Hi, I'm Papia. In this problem, we have a graph of a function f that's given to us. We have to find these different values. Now, if the value exists, we have to write down the value. If it does not exist, we have to explain why it does not exist. So, the very first one, we have to find f of 1 using the graph. What does that mean? That means we have to find out if there is a value of the function when you plug in 1. Okay, so if the function is defined at 1. So let's look at the graph. So x equals 1 is right here. And let's see if the function value exists. So notice that there is a closed circle here. That means that is the value of the function at 1. And what is the value? You look at the y value. Well, the y is 2. Therefore, f of 1 is 2. So this one exists, and that's the value. Next, we have to figure out the limit of the function as x approaches to 1. Now, this is a little bit different. So what we have to look for is x is getting close to 1 from both directions on the x-axis. And we have to look at the curve. Where is the curve approaching when x is approaching to 1? So let's start from the right side. Okay, so x is getting close to 1. This is the value 1. And look at the corresponding values on the curve. Where is the curve approaching to? Right here, right? This value. And this value is 1. So from the right hand side, when x is approaching to 1, function is approaching to the value 1. Okay? Now let's see the left hand side. So what is happening when x is approaching to 1 from the left side? Okay, so x is taking values close to 1. So you look at this end of the curve, right? So the corresponding values of y values is going here. Well, look at that. That's like 3.5. These two values are not the same, right? From right hand side is approaching to 1, left hand side is approaching to some other value. That means, what is the limit? Limit does not exist. For limit to exist, both direction, the value should be the same. The function should be approaching to one single value from both directions. So the second answer is, this one does not exist. And why it does not exist? Because function f is approaching to two different values. To the left of 1 and to the right of 1. So this is the reason. Okay, let's move on. Part C. Again, we have to find the function value at x equals 4. Let's look at the graph. Here is x equals 4. Okay, what is the value of the function? Well, nothing. Do you see this open circle? That means the function is not defined at 4. So again, this one does not exist. Why? Because there is an open circle, which means the function is not defined. Okay, finally, another limit. This one is limit of the function as x is approaching 4. Okay, so look at the graph again. Here is 4, and we'll do the same thing. We will see what is happening when x is approaching to 4 from right and from left. All right, so let's start from right. So here is x approaching to 4 from right hand side. So look at the function, look at the graph, and where is this graph approaching to? To this point, right? It's approximately 2. That's where it's approaching. All right. Now, when x is approaching to 4 from left side, where is the graph of the function going? To the same circle. So same value. Even though the function is not defined at that point, doesn't affect the limit. The limit will still exist. And why is it existing? Because they are both approaching to the same value, and that is 2. So this last one, the limit exists and the value is 2. That completes the problem. Thank you.